Hello and welcome to Bears Talk presented by J. Brown Realtors on this Thursday, November 2nd. We start off the show as always with the head football coach and Mike Jacobs. Coach, thank you so much for joining us again this week.
Sure, thanks for having me.
Coming off your first loss of the year to Wingate, a 34-30 decision, how is the team now moving forward as we get into the next week?
The team's doing good. The one nice thing about our kids is they're resilient. I think we're all keenly aware that we didn't play our best football on Saturday, and all that starts with the coaching staff and myself. We got to make sure we work to put our kids in better positions, specifically in third down situations. But our kids know that all their goals are still in front of them, and we don't have time to pout or feel sorry for ourselves. We got to come back out and have a great week and get ready for a good Catawba team.
There's nothing really to be ashamed about with that performance against Wingate back on Saturday, especially on the offensive side of the ball as well. We talk about all the key skill players on this team like Jalen Ferguson, Dwayne McGee, but this has been a strong Wingate defense, and your Bears offense did a really good job of taking down Wingate at times. How happy were you to see them really go tussle with that defense?
Yeah, Wingate for 2 years in a row right now has had one of the top defenses in the country, and I felt offensively, with the exception of the third down situations, I thought we hit a number of our program goals. Right, I think we had 483 yards of total offense, and I think that's the most they've given up in over 2 seasons. I think we ran the ball for 220 plus yards, and really most importantly was we kept the quarterback clean. That's the leading sack team in the country, and we held them to 0 sacks. So there's a bunch of positive to build on. There's again a few things that we need to clean up, and again we got to put our kids in the best position to have success. But I'm certainly happy with some of the individual performances. I really thought Jalen Ferguson, the way he threw the ball and really kept us in the game, just some incredible throws late in the game. Big play by Malachi Sumner on 4th down to get the go-ahead touchdown there, and then the way that Dwayne McGee ran the ball for 170 yards on that defense to average 10 yards a carry was really spectacular.
When you take a look at the loss, it's a tough pill to swallow.
Excuse me.
They're good. It's a tough pill to swallow after taking the loss to Wingate, but your team still controls its destiny to get to the SAC championship game. Is that the message that is still talking around in that locker room right now?
No. I mean, we really, it's got to be 1-0, right? Like, we have Catawba coming up at 2 p.m. between the bricks on senior day, and our focus has to be keenly trained on that game and what it's going to take to win against, again, a significantly improved Catawba team.
And when you look at Catawba, you've played against very good quarterbacks so far this season, but you're going to face another one come Saturday in Preston Brown. First in the conference with 18 touchdown passes and second in the league with over 240 passing yards a game. How are you planning to control the Catawba signal corner come on Saturday?
Sure. Preston's done a great job. He's a really good player for them. They have some really solid skill players. Bo Pryor, number 6 for them, has done a tremendous job. He'll line up. They do a great job of lining them up kind of all over the field. The thing with Preston is the ball's going to be out quick. They're going to get their yardage. We've got to make sure that we keep it in front of us and take great angles and tackle, get 11 hats to the football.
When they faced Barton last week, Catawba did pull out that 32-27 win. And even though Preston Brown didn't have the most spectacular performance of the year, their running offense did. They had over 330 yards on the ground against Barton. You had a great rushing defense last week against Wingate. How do you look to translate that from the matchup last week into the matchup against the Indians this week?
Just the consistency, right? We've talked about it week in and week out. We've been a challenging defense for folks to run the football on, and we got to continue to do that. And the opportunities that they do run the football, we got to make sure that we're gap sound, and again that we're just getting 11 hats to the football and play with great effort.
Being on the road the last 2 weeks against Newberry and Wingate, 2 tough challenges. What's it like for the team to come back home between the bricks to take on Catawba in the home regular season finale?
Sure. I mean, there's no place like home and the fans between the bricks. And, we have senior day coming in. You got a rivalry game in Catawba that we've played. I think, this is the 102nd or 103rd meeting, I believe, between the two teams. So, our kids are looking forward to it. They're looking forward to the energy and the atmosphere that comes with the game between the bricks, and we're excited to put on a great show for our fans.
You mentioned Senior Day. Right now, 20-plus student athletes are going to be walking for your team pregame before the Bears and the Indians. What makes this group so special here with the class of 2024?
Again, we talked about being resilient earlier, right? And some of these super seniors are guys that, came in under a different staff. They fought their way through a coaching change. They've dealt with a global pandemic. We've had a number of just things with our football family in general, and I think that to see them having a bunch of success in their senior year, that's always the way you want to send kids out, and for them to have an opportunity in a very meaningful game to play a great game, then I think it's going to be a great day for our seniors.
Awesome, Coach. Looking forward to it. Hopefully, it's a good day here between the bricks. It will be Saturday, November 4th, a 2 p.m. kickoff between Lenoir-Rhyne and Catawba. You can catch it on WHKY and on the Bear Sports Network as well. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Awesome. Thanks, Andy.
Here post-game with the championship-winning head coach of the women's soccer team, Dean Ward. Dean, you get to do it 2 years in a row, back-to-back for you, 9 championships in 12 years for the women's soccer program. What does today mean for you and the team?
Yeah, I mean, I think touching on the program, I think it's a big moment for the program to continue to compete for championships and win another one. I think that's something we take pride in, and the alumni that have done it in the past, we recognise that, and we're just pleased to continue that. But yeah, really pleased for the team. I think going unbeaten and winning every game in the conference play, regular season, I think that's pretty special. And I think it shows an immense amount of consistency and quality. And this is a tough place to come and play. And obviously, it's come down to the last game of the season again. And I thought it wasn't our best game, but we got the job done. And you need to do that at times. So.
Seems like the schedule aligned perfectly for the drama. 2 years in a row, it comes down to this game at the end of the season. What is this rivalry meant to the program, to both sides? Because there's going to be possibly matchups in the future here.
I think it's a good thing for both programs, quite honestly. And they're a good team, they're a good program, and I got a lot of respect for Coach Brown and for both teams coming into the final game, having won every single game up to that point. Both are deserving teams, and there has to be a winner or a loser, and there's small margins that can make a difference in these moments, and that's what tournament play is as well. So I think it's a good preparation for us going into tournament play. But both teams are very deserving and well coached, and can win a high level.
What did it mean to have the support out here? You had the men's team cheering you on. You had half a section full of Bears fans. What did that mean to the program?
Massive. This is an intimidating place, right? And I think, their bench energy and their fans get into it, and it creates an atmosphere that's intense, and it's kind of like a wave of emotion coming at you. So to have our support and have our, fans be able to cheer us in those moments as well can change the flow of that momentum. So awesome, pleased for them. But great support, and appreciate everyone who came out and cheered us on a cold night.
And what did it mean? You got the 2 goals real quick to kind of set the tone from Ellen. What did that mean for the team today, just to kind of maybe settle the nerves a little bit?
I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. But credit to us, we started fast. And if you put Ellen in front of goal, you got a chance, and she's going to score some goals. And I thought we did a great job in the first half, and then I think the game got a little bit away from us in terms of momentum and just panic, and some moments that are going to happen in the game. But second half is better in that aspect, and I'm really proud of them.
Some very big high-level soccer here played tonight. Lenoir-Rhyne comes out on top 2-1 over Catawba, clinches the regular season. On to the conference tournament this Sunday, 3 o'clock. Congrats, Coach.
Thanks, man.
All right, post-game, head coach Carlos Rubio after a 1-0 win over Catawba. Coach, huge win, secured home field for the quarterfinals. Take us through this one tonight.
It was impressive performance from the boys. They worked so hard for 90 minutes. They did exactly what they needed to do every minute of the game, and I'm super proud of them. They executed the game plan to perfection. They've been doing that for over a month now, and I'm super proud that they get to experience one more night at home, especially for our senior group.
What's that mean for the program, just to be able to come out of this with a win and be able to play back at home now in a huge quarterfinal conference tournament matchup?
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, when we play at home, we're really strong, especially in conference. We haven't lost at home. We're undefeated. So going back there, I know it's a place where nobody wants to come and play, and then we enjoy that. So I'm glad to have that home game.
And you get to go into this conference tournament now as the defending champ. So you have some success in this recently. How does that help you now to be at home and to be the defending champs?
And these boys have been in these positions before, so that's good to know. Our leadership group, they've been in this position before. They know what it takes. They know how hard it's going to be. It's no guarantees here. It's 90 minutes of football to keep going and keep going and keep going, and they're ready for it. So super excited.
Haven't lost since Wingate at the end of September. Really has been a different team here down the stretch. What do you kind of attribute that to?
Yeah, they're worried. They're worried. We knew that things were gonna come our way if we kept going. It's easy to change when things are not going well. The boys kept trusting the path, kept trusting that things were gonna turn around with hard work and belief, and they did that, and we've seen the product now.
Thanks to this win tonight, head coach Carlos Rubio and the Lenoir-Rhyne men's soccer team will be at home on Sunday in the conference tournament quarterfinal. Congratulations, coach.
Thank you. Go Bears.
I guess I'll just begin by saying it was a great this is a great opportunity for my guys to be able to play a Division I team of this caliber. I think these guys definitely got a chance to get to the Final Four, and this may be the year. I really hope Coach Barnes can win them a national championship, because for them to be that talented and to score the ball like that without two of their best scorers says a lot about them now. We don't pose the size as a lot of SEC teams or those of that nature, but we do play hard, and we do something different than a lot of teams with our off-the-ball switching. We didn't do a lot of switching on the ball. So they adjusted. They took what was given, and I thought he did an incredible job of guys are making shots. And defensively, they bend sometimes, but they don't break, and they got enough size across the board to really impact the game on the glass. So just to start it off, I thought it was my guys did a great job of competing. We were a little outmanned against a very talented bunch. So open it up for questions if anybody got any questions.
Yes, Everick, in terms of the opening few minutes of that game, the adjustment period there, Tennessee kind of went out there and swarmed, kind of did the same thing against Michigan State, actually.
Yep.
Do you feel like your guys kind of responded to that a little bit and got into the game at some point?
Well, you know, I played at a high level, and it's hard to emulate, copy that. I don't care what you do in practice. I told them, you can talk about it, you can show them film, but until you're out there with it, with them, going against a team like that. When you talk about it's hard to get an open shot, a guy may be a step off of you or two steps, and he's still contesting. So we got some of those shots, but they're not open shots. So we settled in a little bit, and maybe they took took it off the gas a little bit. But I think the second half, we kind of settled in and continued to play through some mistakes, and we got some breaks and hit a couple shots and able to get a little bit of a good feeling in. We didn't come in. We didn't do a shoot around this morning. You know, I got 11 new guys. We didn't do a shoot around. We didn't do any prep. Any of the things I did last year, I think I went to Louisville 2 days prior, and we got real comfortable with the gym. We had a day before practice. I didn't do that. We drove down about 11 o'clock, and we arrived and got something to eat at that good old Calhoun's, and then we dropped right over here and started to play. So it was a great experience, and I'm proud of my bunch.
You've seen some of these teams that Rick's had here. How much does having a guy like Dalton Connect change what some of these teams have previously?
He's definitely a pro, and the reason I say he's a pro because he can make your team better without scoring. You have to game plan for him. He makes it look very easy. I haven't seen him a lot, but I did watch their game against Michigan State, and he did it against some super high-level athletes. So I wasn't, I'm assuming he's going to do the same thing. I just think that a guy like that is great for the team, but it's not him who's going to make that team good. It's the other guys. And he's going to cause attention, and those other guys, Gainey can make shots, and Ziegler's going to come back, and they don't have a lot of back to the basket, play, which I don't know how much that's going to impact them, but they are very versatile, and they do have guys who can make shots at a high level. So he's a difference maker, no doubt about it.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned what a great learning experience a game like this can be. What do you think is going to be your biggest takeaway from this going into the regular season next week?
Did we out-rebound them on the offensive glass? There you go. You think we're not going to talk about that? Like that's big. You want small victories when you play a game like this. You want small victories. You try to get the coach to call a timeout. You try to you set we don't want to turn the ball over other than 11 or 12 times. Those are the things that we're going to take and try to hang our hat on this year. But we said if we compete the way that we did tonight in practice, in every day throughout the rest of the year, there's no way you don't get better. And we just got to bottle up that competitiveness and that energy, and we got to go to work every single day with that type of mindset. So there were some wins for us. The score was not indicative of what we're looking at in terms of how we're gauging the game. We knew it was going to be an uphill battle. It was going to be a super test for us. All right, but we came in playing to win. They jumped out on us, and we never could really get back in the game. But I do think there's moments that we can clip up on film and say, our switching causes teams problems. Like, we just got to get a little bit better. Don't give it up the switches at the rim, but they cause problems, and we got to figure out maybe to play a little big. If a team's that big, maybe I got to have something to go a little bit bigger to kind of match their size.
Anything else for analysis, Coach?
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Yep, thank you. Yep.